Come on in, everyone. Come on in because we are here to talk about Ready Love season 11. And y'all, we are on episode 2. What do you think about this episode? You know what, y'all? I wasn't feeling it all the way. I felt that there was a lot of Tommy. And I don't know. I think Tommy should just be dipping and diving here and there. I felt that we really didn't get a lot of time with good conversation. Obviously, maybe with the two mixers, I felt like we saw Tommy every 5 minutes. I was like, dang, Tommy again to explain the rules to us one more time. I don't know. It was kind of overkill. But in the end, it looked like Richie went home. And I want to say this, I'm not going to go too hard on Richie because from what I hear, I mean, it hasn't been confirmed by the season or producers, but from what I heard, people have been telling me in my comments that Richie tragically passed away in a motorcycle accident. I don't know if this is true, y'all. So I don't want to do anything, but normally everybody fair game on my reviews. Everybody be fair game. And I had a lot to say about Richie, but I think I'm gonna keep some of my comments to myself out of respect of not really knowing if what I heard is true or not. But when the show came on, we had to see that he was one of the ones on the bottom. We had Dominique on the bottom. We had Devon or Devon on the bottom. We had Emily, no smiling Emily. The only thing smiling with Emily are those breastises. Because her mouth ain't smiling, but them breastises are sitting up and they are smiling in everybody's face almost too much. It kind of looks uncomfortable, to be honest with you. She really does look uncomfortable. I don't know why you need to push up those breasts. They big enough by themselves. I don't think you need a push-up bra when you are already have a large chest. But even though these four were on the bottom, they got a do-over. They got another mixer, and we got to see Tommy one more time. And we got to see Dominique in that outfit. I know Dominique is a celebrity stylist, but ew, that first turquoise outfit with the boots, I really wasn't feeling it, y'all. With those stockings, I'm gonna call them stockings because that's what they were. They were stockings. And it seemed more like an outfit. Like, who's the other girl who says she's a seamstress for the Detroit Pistons? One of these girls on here is a seamstress for the Detroit Pistons, and that's more what Dominique was giving me versus a celebrity stylist. And then even when she came back the second time, she had on that other outfit. I guess it was called Coochie. Coochie, I might be pronouncing it wrong, y'all. I really might be pronouncing it wrong. I guess that's a designer too. And she let them know that I'm wearing Coochie. And even that, I was like, maybe it looked like a Coochie. I don't know. I'm just not feeling her style. But hey, that's her profession. So I guess she know better than me. Look what I got on, a sweatshirt. So who am I to talk? But we got to see Chris 42. Remember, Chris was the chef, and he was talking to Donna, who's the mathematician. And Chris is trying to get some intel from Donna about whether or not he's on the bottom. He should be. He should be on the bottom. I don't know why he's not, but I don't know. He kind of sent the message to Donna right away that he ain't interested in her. I mean, when you asking a person whether or not there's other people interested in them, that means you could care less if they interested in you. So I think he kind of showed right away that Donna's not his cup of tea. We got to see Ashanti and Cardi trying to mix it up, trying to have a good time, trying to have a conversation, but it was awkward. Cardi's kind of awkward with everyone, be honest with you. Every time I see Cardi, I don't know if I'm getting werewolf vibes. Is it werewolf? Is it Dracula? I'm not for sure what it is, but that look of Cardi with the red hair, like it's like a red werewolf. I don't know. I don't know. It's this. I think there's some weirdness this season. Maybe that's what it is. I'm kind of a bit uncomfortable with some of these people because some of them, not all of them. Some of them are a little bit like not in alignment. That's all I'm saying. Even the interaction we saw with Ed and Nicole running around talking about, you know, she's been secretly in love with Ed since undergrad. So they 40 now, which means when were you in undergrad? 1920. So for 20 years, you've been secretly in love with Ed from undergrad, and he didn't really pay you no attention back in undergrad. So now you've come here to shoot your shot. Girl, if he didn't think you was cute in undergrad and now you 20 years older, you still not cute. Like he said, she the homie. She's the homie. I think, girl, give it up, Nicole. Give it up. Whatever it was that you were attracted to with Ed, and now you got the older version of Ed, the two-kid version of Ed, and you saying you still secretly in love with him. I don't know. What's Nicole hoping for? That he overlooked you, he overlooked all your depth and your good character, and now that he's been out there in the streets, had two kids, obviously with another woman, or who knows, maybe multiple women or one woman, he's gonna now say, okay, yeah, I overlooked you before, but you the one now. I'm not, he gonna say, like, I'm not all into looks anymore. Now I'm also into your insides. I'm not seeing it. I feel like what's gonna end up happening is Ed is gonna use Nicole to stay on the show. He's gonna lock in Nicole because Nicole's gonna be the person that votes for him every single week. That is, it's gonna be his automatic vote. We've seen this before. We've seen it before. And Ashanti, she can't seem really to connect with anyone. You know, I was surprised she didn't go home because it sounds like a lot more people didn't like Ashanti. You know, they weren't even putting her in the friend zone. I know eventually they sent Diamond home, but I think they sent Diamond home because Diamond was giving them more like homey vibes. And but Ashanti, I don't think they really even liked Ashanti, you know, and she got to stay. What is that all about? Diamond is, you know, Diamond, I think, suffers from what a lot of lawyers suffer from. Lawyers have a hard time when they come on this show. The female lawyers, the male lawyers, they don't always have as hard a time. But the female lawyers have a hard time breaking, and I don't even know if it's all stereotypes. They do have a hard time breaking their persona of what a lawyer sometimes carries with them, that they're serious, that they don't know how to have fun, they don't know how to let their hair down and get loose, that they're going to possibly be judging you or interviewing you, or like you're a witness on the witness stand. And I think Diamond was bringing a little bit of that during the show. She was trying her best not to, but I think it's just a part of her. And that's why a lot of times lawyers they do well with other like lawyers, or lawyers need to be with people who are in tech, you know, tech type people, because it's a similar mindset. It's more of a serious mindset. But when you get other people who are into the arts, they don't always match well with attorneys. And even when this time came up to put people on the bottom, people didn't like Cardi. They didn't really like Chris's conversation about female energy, masculine energy. The women were really backing up off of that. But Christina, she was running around talking about how she liked the way Chris smelled. Whatever cologne he got on, she's like, it smells good. She was coming up sniffing him. And even when she was sniffing on him and Diamond was trying to talk to him, she was like, no, get away. Get away. This is my time. But when they gave them a second chance, Devon said, I'm going to take this opportunity to come back new and improved. I'm going to go out. Maybe, I'm going to say maybe Dominique restyled him, but I don't think so, because if Dominique had styled Devon, I don't even think he would come back in that look. But he came back in a new look, and automatically all the ladies started liking him more because he put on a suit. I guess they say a man looks 10 times better if he wears a suit. Men don't really wear suits anymore, but hey, if this is a hint to any man out there, if you want to get a lot of women to like you, the first thing you need to do is put on a suit, I guess, because that's it. All that's Devon did was initially was change his outfit. And then what I think happened was, after Devon changed his outfit and all the ladies then also started reacting to him differently, I think that gave him more confidence to come different with the personality too. So I don't know if this is just like a superhero outfit that Devon got on, or if this is the real Devon. Who's the real Devon? The first person we saw with the slacks and the sweater, the nerd, the one that people said didn't have much masculine energy, or is the real Devon the one with the suit on coming with all this swag? I'm going to vote for the first person, to be honest with you. Ain't he an insurance broker? I'm going to vote for the first Devon, and I'm going to vote for that Devon went into the photo booth, the telephone booth, and changed into an outfit to give these ladies what he knew they wanted, which is a completely different guy. But the problem is, can he stay that guy? Because it's not really him. I don't know. But Dominique was impressed. The stylist was like, it's all about the clothes for me. And if you don't have on the right clothes, you're not even going to get a chance. So Devon got a second chance with Dominique. He even went in for a kiss later on. It was a fail. It was a flop. But you know what? They laughed about it. Dominique wasn't offended. Richie's feelings wasn't hurt. So it went okay. But Dominique got into it with Richie. Like I said, I ain't gonna talk too much about Richie, but she wasn't feeling him at all. Not at all. And Emily, she got totally turned off with Xavier's. Xavier's conversation was basically saying the reason I'm single is because I've been too busy with life, haven't been able to commit to one thing. And both Emily and her breast looked uncomfortable when he said that. But isn't that the story of a lot of people out here in the dating world, that they haven't focused on their dating life? And so now they want to give more attention. So Xavier admitting that, it spooked Emily, as if he's saying that's how I am now. He says he's working on it. So I guess she says, I don't want to be no guinea pig. I don't want to be the person you practice on. You need to have it together. You need to be ready to commit the time. So she was like, let me and my breast get up from here and leave and go talk to other people. And Xavier was like, what, you cutting me off? She said, yeah, we both are. Me and my breast both are cutting you off. Cutting you off. And then later on, that's when we saw that Richie and Xavier were on the bottom. And in the end, it was Richie who went home. And Richie was saying, I don't see how they were saying I'm not masculine enough. I've been with 1,000 women. Rest in peace, Richie. But I hope that line, if you are going to heaven and you are with the Lord, take that line with you, because we really don't need any other man to use it down here on earth. So that you've been with 1,000 women, that's not gonna make women really like a man. So men, don't do like Richie and say that line. Okay, let's not say that. Let's take it away. Take it away. But Cardi said, and Xavier, they both said they liked Diamond, but they just didn't feel the romantic connection. And then Diamond was like, hey, it looks like Elimination is coming up. Why don't you go ahead and take my number? Basically saying she might get eliminated. Ugh, Diamond, why you do that? What you trying to say, that, hey, I might get eliminated, but maybe we could have something after the show? But if he don't want nothing on the show, why would he want something after? This is where your assertiveness as an attorney should not be used. It's good in the business world. It's good in the courtroom. You would want a woman that's like this fighting for you in the courtroom. But I don't know. You don't want this. You don't want this in dating. Not at all, Diamond. Not at all. But like I said, this episode, I don't know, it really wasn't any really big moments for me. Like I said, it was a lot of timing I could have done without that. So I hope it really gets going, maybe in episode 3, where we really get to hear more and learn more about who the people are. Because right now, I don't really have any, honestly, I don't have any standout favorites yet. I guess the good part of it is I don't see any really bad red flags. I mean, I see some people who I feel ain't ready to love, but I don't feel like it's so toxic like we've seen in previous episodes. So I still got to give the show thumbs up for getting a good group of people that at least we haven't, or I haven't, come to any type of conclusions or judgments already in the first or second episode, because in some previous seasons, I was like, it was a no from the very, very beginning. From the very beginning. So I will catch up with y'all on episode 3, and hopefully then we'll see more of the couples or more of the cast and less of Tommy. For real, Tommy, come on, Tommy. Go sit down somewhere. Go sit down. All righty. See y'all soon. Bye.